SV version. It's a little older model than the new one that recently came out. It's not the flagship model, the Td12, but this set is really, really cool. Now, I know there's a lot of pros and cons about electronic kits versus acoustic kits. You know, two different areas there. Will an electronic kit replace an acoustic kit? Very unlikely. You know, they're great in small venues, and they're absolutely great for practice. There's one thing that really sold me on an electronic kit. I still have an acoustic kit, but the nice thing about these is you can dial them down. So you're not disrupting your family. Your kids aren't complaining, your wife isn't complaining, or a significant other. Or if you're a student in a dorm, this is an ideal practice tool for you. The other thing is that it gives you the versatility of different types of sounds. You know, with an acoustic set, that's it. That's all you have. You want to add a cymbal, 20-inch China cymbal, for example, that's $340 or more, depending on the brand that you go with. So with the electronic kit, in this case here, there are 50 pre-programmed kits that Roland automatically set up for you. Now you can modify those kits, or you can create your own user kits. I'm not going to go into great detail about how to do everything on the module. It would take too much time. And what I'd like to do is do small snippets of exactly that, going through different setups on that, but I'll do that at a later date. But for example, there's a kit in here that I like to play. 9 out of 10 times, you're going to mess around with the 50 different kits, and you'll come up with one that you always keep going back to. The one I like is New Age Jam. There's one thing that I changed on this kit. I personally don't use rim shots on my floor toms, so in this case, I assigned a cymbal to the floor tom rim. Basically, each pad is a dual trigger pad, and you can assign different instruments or voices to each of the triggers. In this case, it's just mainly the drums. There's an additional sound on the second ride tom, first ride tom, and then there's a pattern assigned to the cymbals. The thing I have to say about the kit as a whole, the drum modeling is really good. You can, for example, you can change the sound of your snare if you want it to sound like a metal snare, an oak, mahogany. You can change the depth of the snare. Same thing with the other pads. Again, it goes into modeling and changing the sound characteristics of each of the voices that you've assigned to the pads. So, the snare, for example, you can do rim shots on it. You can get in close to the rim and then bring it out. So, modeling is pretty good, especially for the drums. They're all acoustic samples that you can modify yourself. The only thing I can really say that the crashes are pretty good. The only thing is you really can't build up sound on a cymbal like you can on a real cymbal. That's about it. The bells are okay, a little on the weak side, but other than that, in comparison to an acoustic kit, it's pretty good. So, in my case here, because I've read on the web, a lot of people say, well, the sound isn't all that good. Well, to some degree that's true, but it also depends on what you're playing through. If you're playing through just a small little drum amp, the sound isn't all that good, I have to agree. But what I've done here is I've got a vintage Carver preamp that I play that drives a Behringer, or Behringer, however you want to pronounce it German way, Euro power amp. It's a dual channel, 4,000 watt amp, 2,000 watts stereo, through Behringer 12-inch 212 XL monitors. And these sound really good. High volume, low volume, they're really pretty good. The other advantage with electronic kit, you can have instructional DVDs played. You can hook up your CD player directly to it, MP3 player, play along with songs, whatever you want to do. And the other thing I did is I have this kit. Again, it's just for fun. I've got a Yamaha DTX Multi-12 for additional sounds, things to add. One note to you Yamaha guys, plus minus key, man, would have been nice to have a rotary dial to select all your pre-assigned kits here, but plus minus isn't so bad. Let me select something here that we can add as sounds. I'm not a pro by any means. I'm just a basement drummer. This is my midlife crisis. I've always wanted to play the drums. I'm still learning, so please be kind on the comments, okay? But in any case, it's a fun kit, and it's cheaper than a vet as far as a midlife crisis goes. So without rambling on too much, like I say, the cymbals are pretty good. The hi-hats also pretty good. So whatever you want to do. So in that case, let's have a little fun. My playing style, I'm not always on beat. I'll shift a little bit to 3, sometimes 7. I'm just kind of all over the place. But it's just for fun. So let's see what we can do. This is with New Age Jam. Like I say, some patterns are assigned to some of the triggers. So it's kind of neat. So we'll just kind of